What if I told you that a car exists right now, in 2026, that has absolutely zero dashboard, zero touchscreen, zero physical buttons, nothing at all, and yet that exact same car can read your heartbeat, it senses your body temperature, it knows you're stressed before you even feel it yourself, and it adjusts your entire cabin environment without you touching a single thing. Would you believe me? Probably not, but China just proved it is real. At the 2026 Beijing Auto Show, one single car walked onto that stage and quietly destroyed everything Mercedes, BMW and Audi have been building for the last 100 years. And by the time this video ends, you will say it yourself, European luxury cars are done. Let me take you back to the last time you walked into a luxury car dealership. Mercedes, BMW, Audi. Did not matter which one. What was the very first thing you noticed? Screens. Screens on absolutely everything. Giant LCD tablets bolted onto every surface like somebody rated a Best Buy and glued everything they could find inside a car. Mercedes went completely off the deep end with their EQS Hyperscreen, 1.41 meters wide, a single curved glass slab stretching the entire width of the dashboard. They thought this was the future of luxury. Price tag on that car? Over $120,000. And you know what you get for $120,000 in that Mercedes? You get to dig through 3 separate submenus just to turn the air conditioning up 2 degrees. 3 submenus. In a 6-figure luxury car. Let that sink in. BMW made the exact same mistake with iDrive. Every new generation became more complex, more confusing, more layered with menus inside of menus. They called it giving the driver control. But what they actually gave the driver was a headache. These companies made one catastrophic assumption. They decided that a bigger screen equals more luxury, more technology, more value. They took 100 years of extraordinary engineering tradition and traded it for a shortcut. And that shortcut was a giant touchscreen. This is what happens when a brand gets so comfortable, so dominant, so convinced that nobody can touch them, that they stop being afraid of getting it wrong. They stop challenging themselves. They just make the screen bigger and call it progress. History has one consistent lesson for every brand that stops being afraid. When Goliath falls asleep, David picks up a stone. This time, David came from Beijing. Meet the Avatr Vision EX Spectra. Avatr is not a startup. Avatr is not trying to copy Tesla. Avatr is what happens when 3 of China's most powerful industrial giants stop competing separately and build one thing together. Alright, so, first partner, Changan Automobile. We're talking about one of China's oldest manufacturers here. They've sold over 40 million vehicles, which is just, honestly, incredible. That kind of manufacturing muscle takes decades to build, and really, you just can't fake it. Now, second partner, CATL. This is the company supplying batteries to, get this, 37% of every electric vehicle sold on this planet right now. Even Tesla buys from them. Seriously, nobody understands battery technology the way these people do. And then, third partner, Huawei. Yeah. The same company the US government tried to kneecap with sanctions. They're the folks who built Kirin chips, Harmony OS, and honestly, some of the most sophisticated technology infrastructure ever constructed. Here's the thing, Huawei doesn't make cars. What they do is build the digital brain that actually makes a car think. So, you've got this manufacturing power, you've got battery dominance, and then digital intelligence on top of it. This combination, it just doesn't exist anywhere else on Earth. Nobody else has it. So, when the curtain rose at the 2026 Beijing Auto Show, journalists literally went silent mid-sentence, photographers just stopped shooting, and European automaker PR teams. They started blowing up their bosses' phones with emergency calls. Why? Because this car did something the automotive world had never seen before. It deleted the dashboard entirely. You open the door of the Avatr Vision EX Spectra, you sit down, you look forward, and where the dashboard should be, there's nothing, just clean open space, glass, light, air. There's this sense of calm that, honestly, no Mercedes or BMW has ever given you. And then you look at the windshield, your brain glitches for just a half second. because suddenly, the windshield is alive. Avatr implemented a military-grade augmented reality head-up display. But, don't compare this to those tiny AR HUDs in a BMW that just throw a speed number and a turn arrow in the corner of your view. This system is, honestly, a full decade ahead of that. It operates across 3 distinct layers. Layer 1 is windshield fusion. Digital readouts are physically fused directly into the glass itself, not projected on top of the surface, generated from within the glass, speed, battery level, navigation, all of it appearing as though the windshield itself is communicating with you. Your eyes never leave the road, not for a single millisecond. Layer 2 is road projection. The AR HUD projects a hyper-resolution 3-dimensional map directly onto the road surface, 30 feet ahead of the car. Your lane boundaries are drawn on the asphalt in real time, turn coming up. An arrow appears on the actual road in front of you. Layer 3 is LiDAR overlay. Military-grade sensors scan the complete environment around the car 10 times every single second. Moving obstacles are tracked, their trajectories predicted by the AI. Color-coded holographic boxes appear on your windshield. Red means danger, yellow means caution, green means clear. This works in a downpour, in thick fog, in total darkness, at 2 in the morning. This system never goes blind. Compare that to the Mercedes Hyperscreen. To read it, your eyes drop off the road. Even for 2 seconds at highway speed, you have traveled the length of a football field with divided attention. That is the length of a football field where anything can happen. The Avatr system keeps your eyes on the road permanently. Safety is the luxury. Distraction is just expensive show-off engineering. Now you know where the dashboard went. But, where did the controls go? How do you change the music? Set the temperature? Where is anything familiar? 2 words. Emotional vortex. In a traditional luxury car, the center console is a statement piece. Heavy materials, leather trim, rows of buttons, a big gear shifter and, honestly, miles of copper wiring buried underneath. Avatr got rid of all of it completely. In its place is a transparent floating bridge connecting front and rear cabin. Light and air move through it freely. The cabin feels twice as open, like the car itself just relaxed. At the center of this floating bridge is the emotional vortex. It physically pulses. It shifts shape. It emits ambient light patterns throughout the cabin. But none of this is about looking cool. This is the car communicating directly with you. Embedded invisibly inside the emotional vortex are non-invasive biometric sensors. They track your micro-movements, they read your body temperature, they measure your breathing rate, they monitor your stress levels continuously. No smartwatch required, no voice command. You simply sit in the car, and the car begins to understand you. So, here is how this plays out in real life. It's Saturday morning, you're out on an open interstate, there's zero traffic. Your shoulders are relaxed, breathing is slow and even. The car reads all of this and decides to do nothing. Soft music plays quietly, there's warm, dim lighting. You're comfortable, and honestly, the car knows it without you saying a single word. Now picture rush hour on the 405. 45 minutes of bumper-to-bumper traffic, and you've moved maybe half a mile. Your shoulders are creeping up toward your ears, breathing's getting shallower. The car actually catches this before you even consciously register that you're stressed. It quietly drops the AC by 2 degrees, music shifts on its own to calm, instrumental tracks, and the lumbar support adjusts just a bit to take pressure off your lower back. You touched nothing, said nothing. The car simply understood. Then, it's 2:30 in the morning, you've been on the highway for 4 hours. Fatigue is showing up in your micro-movements before you even feel it yourself. The car detects it first. A gentle vibration pulses through the seat, cabin lighting brightens a little, and fresh air increases through the vents. The car is, honestly, actively keeping you safe without saying a single word. For over 100 years, humans commanded machines. Press a button, turn a dial, speak a command. The machine obeys. But the Avatr Vision EX Spectra, it flips that relationship entirely. Now, the machine understands the human. It anticipates the human. It responds before the human even knows what they need. The seats inside this car are built from three-dimensional woven smart fabric that maps your complete body pressure distribution the moment you sit down. It adjusts continuously and automatically to match your exact posture, without you touching anything. During cornering, the LiDAR and gyroscopic systems detect G-force before you can even feel it. Pneumatic microbladders inside the seat fabric inflate in milliseconds, the mesh tightens around you, and lateral bolsters hold your body precisely through the corner. This is honestly exactly what Formula One drivers feel in a racing seat. Avatr put it into a road car you can actually drive to work, and the moment the corner ends, the bladders deflate silently and you just sink back into pure comfort. The headrests are equally remarkable. During normal driving they sit flush and invisible. The instant the radar detects sudden braking or an unavoidable collision, microcompressors fire and the headrest inflates instantly around your neck's exact anatomy, protecting you from whiplash before your nervous system has registered that anything went wrong. It's faster than human perception. None of this is possible without the most powerful automotive computing platform ever installed in a production vehicle. Traditional luxury cars run over 100 separate electronic control units communicating through miles of copper wiring. Ever had your BMW screen randomly reboot? Or your Mercedes climate control freeze for 30 seconds? Yeah, this is exactly why. 100 competing computers create lag, conflicts, and failures. Huawei's solution is one central AI brain managing everything simultaneously. The AR HUD biometric sensors, seat bladders, climate control, LiDAR processing, all cameras, navigation, audio, and battery management. All of it, at the same time, zero perceivable latency. So, your latest smartphone runs around 15 to 20 tops. That's trillions of operations per second. A high-end gaming laptop, on the other hand, hits somewhere between 50 to 100 tops. But, get this, the Avatr Vision EX Spectra operates at hundreds of tops and it does that continuously. No automotive computer built in America, Germany, or Japan even comes close to that. So, Goliath got comfortable. He assumed the brand name was, permanent protection. That leather was the eternal definition of premium. That screen size was the measure of progress. He stopped being afraid, and, honestly, that was his fatal mistake. Meanwhile, David did the quiet work. Built the manufacturing scale, mastered the batteries, developed the AI platform. Then, walked into Beijing and showed the world what that work actually produced. No dashboard, because the road is the display. No visible sensors, because they read you invisibly. No controls, because the car already knows what you need. This is 21st century luxury, not what you can see, what works invisibly on your behalf. The Avatr Vision EX Spectra draws a line in automotive history. Everything that came before is on one side, everything that comes next is on the other. Do you think European brands can fight back, or is it already over? Drop your honest take in the comments, hit the like button if this video got your brain going, subscribe and turn the bell on because our next video covers the BYD sedan beating the BMW 5 Series at literally half the price. You will not want to miss that one. Drive safe, stay curious.